so you had this funding. How did you find the property?
That's so good. How did I find a property? So first, I was on Zillow. I was looking for many landlords. I was contacting them, and I was getting the no. I had over 100 no's. Late up at night, calling, texting, do you sublease, do you sublease? When she first said the price, I'm like, you bugging. But then I thought back to it, like, I was probably looking for a unit for like 2-3 months. I'm like, I'm tired. Like, I just want to get a unit.
And she has the unit already.
So I'm like...
Welcome back to the No Name Podcast. I'm your host, Noname, and I got a special guest. If you ever wanted to make thousands of dollars a month with real estate without actually wanting to own the real estate, if you ever wanted to know how to get business credit, how to get your properties funded, how to put $0 down on Airbnbs, I have my guest, Nene, over here.
Nehemia is the name, but y'all can call me Nene for short.
And for the people that don't know what you do, like, if you were to, like, give, like, a 30-second elevator speech on what you do, what would you say?
I am a sower. You're probably like, what? No, but I'm a sower. Like, I sow seeds. Financially.
I thought it was an acronym. I thought it was, like, an acronym that you were saying. Like, I'm like, S.
No. I sow seeds financially, spiritually. I'm heavy on Jesus Christ. But not only at that, like, yeah, like, that's what I do. Like, I sow seeds. Like, I motivate. I naturally motivate individuals. But in the financial industry, like, I help people with funding. I help people with credit repair. I help people get Airbnbs. That is one of my services that are coming up really, really soon. So if I were to say, like, what do? I am a sower. I impact in different ways. So, yeah.
Okay, so currently right now we're filming in her Airbnb. Like, a little backstory. Like, one of my friends, like, he was a friend of my, I probably would be like a mutual friend. Mm-hmm. A mutual friend basically told me about her, and I was like, wow, like, I can't believe, like, I don't know her, because, like, we have a bunch of, like, the same, like, mutual friends. So that's kind of cool. And then I hit her up, and we're here today. And, like, she was like, yo, we could film in the Airbnb, because I was planning to get, like, what do you call those places?
A peer space.
Yeah, I was planning to, like a peer space, like a thing. But she was like, no, we have a beautiful Airbnb. So now we're here. So let's talk about Airbnb, right? Mm-hmm. How did you get started in your Airbnb business? Walk me through the process.
How did I get started? It started off with a thought. I was in college at the time. I was doing credit repair, still doing credit repair currently. But I wanted to turn my credit into cash. Right. So with that being said, I always wanted to get into the real estate industry. I don't want my first property just yet. So I knew that Airbnb was like the perfect thing. I'm very creative. So, looking at a canvas where it's absolutely blank walls. It's like, wait, how can I turn something into nothing? So with that, how can I turn nothing into something? And so with that being said, I'm here. So I really thought about getting into the real estate industry. And so I went ahead and got funding. And then after I got funding, I found me a mentor. And now I am in the industry.
Okay, so what was the first, if somebody wants to start their Airbnb business, because you currently have 3 Airbnbs right now, right? Mm-hmm. 3 Airbnbs in under 6 months.
Yes.
So that's amazing. Tell us, if I want to start my Airbnb business today, what's the first thing I should do?
You got to check your credit. That's number one.
Okay.
You have to make sure that your credit looks good on your personal side. We're shooting for 680 and up, right? Along with that being said, after your personal credit looks good, go ahead and get your funding, right? But wait, before you even do that, I'm so sorry. Before you even do that, you want to make sure before you apply to, like, get these credit cards and things like that, you want to have a structured LLC. So your business name is not a high risk. You want to make sure that you have a virtual address, right? Very, very important. You don't want nobody to go ahead and pull up to your home. So you want to have a business address. You want to get a business website. You want to go ahead and get listed on a 401 so that other people know about your business, right? So they publicize it. Make sense?
Makes sense. Where would I get the for business address? Where would I go to get my business address? A virtual business address.
You could go on Alliance, a virtual Alliance. You could also go on Regis, and you'll be surprised. Like, there's also, like, local places in my own personal I live in Berlin County, but there's also local places that are nearby that will allow you to use their address. So yeah,
use their address as your, like, business place.
Yeah.
Because I know when you make an LLC, if you put your address, then that's what's going to come up when people, like, search your business and
stuff,
right?
Yeah. You don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that.
You want to look more professional. Would
That's
you rather
true.
think about it from a bank's perspective? Would you rather give money to somebody who looks like they do business at home, or would you rather give money to somebody who looks like they do business in the actual building?
Probably in the actual building.
Exactly.
Okay, so now we have our credit. My credit's over 680, right? 680, 700. I have my virtual address. I have my LLC set up. You said don't use a high risk name. Can you speak on that? Why? What type of names am I shooting for? Or what type of name should I not put for my business?
So if you're like in a TLC industry, also if you're in a real estate industry, you want to make sure that there's certain things that you don't want to put in those names. So in terms of your names, you want to make sure like maybe you could do consulting, right? You want to do something where if they look at your name, they can't guess that you do credit repair. They can't guess that you do real estate. They can't guess that you do car rentals, right? Car rentals are very much red flag, right? And not in terms of the business, but the business name, only because that also limits how much money that you make, right? If I'm a bank and I'm trying to lend my money to you, and I know that, you know, you're doing car rentals and it's a high risk industry, I might be like, nah, not so much. I don't really want to give my money to you, or I will give you a little bit of money. So it's very, very important that you do that, because they also give you this industry code. It's very, very important that you know that if you have a high risk name and they put you in the wrong industry, that will also limit how much money they'll give you on your funding. So if you go to the website when you first make your name, of course, definitely do your research in terms of high risk business names to stay away from, so that when you do your business, that you know what name is good for you. And then always do a business search, right? You want to search your name on it's a New Jersey website, but on the state website, you want to make sure that you're actually searching up a business name so that you don't have the same business as somebody else, right? Because what if you get an LLC and then you figure out somebody has a trademark, somebody already has that same business name as you? That would be disheartening. So, yeah.
So after I get my business registered, after I get my business licensed with the state, I get my virtual business address, I get my professional email address, my website, I get everything done. How do I get funding for my Airbnb? Like, how do I go about like the process?
That's good. So when it comes to your credit, you want to make sure that the data points are exactly like the banks. So you want to have at least 3 to 5 accounts on your personal account. You want to make sure that you have 5 years of history on average. You want to make sure that you have minimum 3 inquiries or less on each credit report. You want to make sure that you have nothing negative. So no collections, no derogatory remarks, no repossessions, no charge-offs, nothing negative. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. And then you want to make sure for your credit limit is at least you have about $2,500 or $3,000 and up on your credit limit, because you have to understand whatever you have on your personal, don't expect to go to Chase Bank to get $20,000 if the only thing that you know how to handle is $500 on your personal, right? So you want to actually at least have $2,500 on that credit limit that you're starting with. And then after you do that, you want to get a business account. Now, as soon as you get your LLC, you should get a business checking account with any business that you decide to do relationship with, because the day that you actually open up a business account is the day that you're really legit for real. So as soon as you get your business account, you could go ahead. There are some there are some banks that will allow, businesses that just start off their LLC, startup businesses, to get funding, right? So as long as your profile is good, like exactly what I just told you, and you have about a 680 or 700 credit score, and your profile is like 10 out of 10, exactly what I just said, then you can actually go to, banks that have, the no doc. So what that really means is they're not going to ask you for a tax return. They're not going to ask you for profit and loss. They're not going to ask you for those type of documentations, because they know that you're a new business. So what they may ask you for is your articles of organization. This is when you first get your LLC. They'll ask you for that. Some banks may ask you for your certificate of formation, right? That's another document that you print out just saying that you're a legit business. And then they'll ask you for your EIN number with your social security with your EIN number and just your your ID. And so with that being said, after you do that, you ask the bank while you're there, hey, are there any, dang, what's that word?
Of any what?
Oh my God, I'm basically trying to say, like, is there anything else that I can apply for? Is it service? No, it's not service.
Any other credit cards? Any other loans.
You can. It's a word. I'm gonna just say it. So basically, while you're there opening up that account with that relationship,
this is the business debit account, right? That you're opening.
Yes. Okay. You're opening up a business debit account, a checking account,
a business, business checking account.
Yeah. I'm like, huh? So you're doing a business checking account. So while you're doing that, you want to ask them, is there anything else that I can apply for, right? If that's a credit card, because they want to give you the money. That's how the banks are able to make their money. And so they might tell you like, yeah, like we got this starter up for you. We could go ahead and apply for it right now. And you may walk out the bank with $20,000. No, it's like a credit card. You get a credit card, you get a line of credit. There's different types of trade lines that you could get. I think it's a trade line. No, there's different types of things that you could get from the bank.
So you said that when you're applying, you need a 680 credit score and above, and also that you need to have like 5 years. What happens if I'm 20, right? And I was only able to get my credit card for 2 years. How would that work for me?
Right. So honestly, you would need something called like an AU, right? You would need to be an authorized user, right, on somebody else's credit. So there's this website called Trade Supply where they literally, let's just say I had a credit card with $10,000 on there. $10,000 on there. It has 10 years. You can actually use this as a business, right? People that have credit cards and they don't use anything for it, as they age, that can be useful to somebody else like myself that needs the years, right? So does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Okay, cool. So let's just say I have 10 years. I have a 10K limit, right? You're like, Nene, I don't have any history, but I'm trying to go ahead and get this business funding. So I know that I need the years. So on Trade Supply, what happens is people that own these credit cards will allow you to come on my credit card for about 2 months, right? So my years of history and my credit limit will go ahead and report on your credit report so that you can use that data point. You could use the history to go ahead and apply for the funding at the time.
Okay, so you said that. So basically, like let's say my years is like 2 years. When I get the 10 years, now my years is 12 years. Right?
It's going to average it out. It's going to take your youngest account and that newest, and it's going to take your oldest account and your newest account and average it out.
So it'll be okay. So let's say at 2 months, it'll be 6 months.
But always when getting the AU, you always want to go. I always go for 15 years. 15
years and up.
Yeah, I always go for 15 years. Some people go for 10.
But you said it's only 2 months though. So that means that you need to basically do what you have to do in a short. You have a short span of time to do what you need to do.
Yeah. So when you get that AU, you don't know that other person. Of course, they're charging you so that you could go ahead and do what you got to do with it, right? So you have 2 years to go ahead and get the money from the banks. When it comes to
2 years,
no, 2 months. I'm sorry, okay. 2 months. 2 months to go ahead and get the funding from the banks, right? Meaning, since you get the money, after you get the money, you should know exactly what you need to do with the money. Meaning, go put it into an asset. Don't get this business funding and then do nothing with it, right? So with that being said, when you actually go through the funding process, it should really take you less than 30 days. I'm not gonna lie.
To get funded.
Yeah.
And how much can I be looking at? Like I get my LLC new account. Like how much could I be looking at?
Personal and business, 100K or more.
100K or more.
Yeah. I'm so serious.
100K or more.
I'm so serious because you could get 50K from Chase, and then with the Amex, some of them have preset limits, but some of them with the Amex cards in the beginning, there is no limit, but they want to see how much you can actually spend. There's a preset limit. There's a preset limit.
What's a preset limit? I don't
know. A preset limit is let's just say I give you this card, and then let's just say you spent $5,000, right? But then they're gonna be like, okay, you gotta chill out. We want to see if you're able to, pay it back. So then they might tell you your preset limit is $5,000. So they're basically trying to see if you could pay it back.
Okay, in a certain amount of time, or is it
Yeah, it's like a regular credit card.
Okay.
So then if you continue to pay more, and if you continue to pay more and spend more, then they'll continue to increase it. Yes,
they test you. It's they test you to see if you could pay the credit.
Yeah, I don't know why I just had that moment.
Okay, no, you're good. So basically you're saying, okay, so now I had this funding, 2 months to execute the play. So I should, when I'm getting the funding, I need to execute this play fast. Am I doing this by myself? How does that process work when I'm applying for the funding? When I'm going to get the business credit cards, the business lines of credit, is this something I'm doing by myself, or is it something I can get help with?
Some people do it by themselves, right? If you know what you're doing, right? There's a lot of information on the internet, and some people go to people that are just in the industry that do funding themselves, right? The reason why a lot of people may go to a funder is because they don't know what to put on the applications, right? A lot of us, we mess up when it comes to the applications because we put the wrong numbers, right? It asks you, what is the annual income of your business? You may fold and you like, well, I just started the business, so maybe 50K, right? And the banks might deny you, like, no, right? Because with that, when they say like this is a no doc and you could get a lot of money, you're gonna put a projected number on there, right? So people could put up to 100K on there, right?
Even if they're not making that much, even if their business is not making that much money.
Yes, because it's a projected annual income.
Do you get penalized at all? Like, let's say like your business doesn't make that 100,000 like the first year.
Now, if you say $250,000, the only thing that they're going to do is literally call you and may ask you for pay stubs. Okay. So yeah, like that might be the only consequence, and then you get declined.
Okay, so what happens if I put something crazy like $1 million or something?
Okay, you're tripping. You're gonna get denied.
They're gonna deny you off the bat.
I need to see the proof. They're gonna call you. Hey, we need to see the proof. You're making $1 million your first year.
Oh,
I don't know. I gotta see. That's all.
Okay, so now I have this funding. So I go through this whole process. I have the $100,000. Can you share how much money you got? Like a range of how much did you get for when you got funded for your Airbnb?
Okay. Personal and business, I got over 50K.
Personal and business, you got over 50K.
Yeah.
Wait, when you say personal, how many credit cards do you have?
Ooh, over 10.
You have over. Dang, I have 5, and I think that's a lot. You have 10?
Are you serious?
What,
I have a whole like.
Name me the 10 off your. Go
ahead. One. Okay. I have Chase. I have Chase Unlimited. I have Chase Preferred. I have the Navy Federal card. I have the Amex Gold. I have the Barclays, that card. I have Discover It. I have Service Credit Union. I have
Capital One.
Nah, I got Golden Marcus. I got actually 2 of them. The business. I got the Apple card. What else? Nah, I think that might be it.
So you have 9 cards.
No, I said 10. You did both the GM cards?
Okay, so that might have been 10. That might have been 10. Wait, so how much money? Okay, so in personal and business, how much are you funding? How much you have in funding now?
I just told you.
Oh, over 50,000?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Over 50,000 in funding?
Yes. That was first round. I could do it again.
And you could do it again?
Yeah, you could do it again. For every LLC that you get, you could just run the same play.
Wait, but you're not getting the same cards. You could get that funding over again.
You can get the same cards. It's a different business. If I have an LLC.
Oh, yeah.
If I have an LLC that's like, I don't know.
So you get another Amex Gold card, but for, let's say, your rental car business.
Yes. Yes. Nobody stops how many LLCs you get. So if I make
how many
another
LLCs do you have right now?
1, but I'm about to make another one.
What are you going to make the other LLC for?
For my Airbnbs.
Oh, so each Airbnb gets an LLC?
No. So my first original LLC was for credit repair. So for that one's like consultation and things like that. But now that I'm in like the Airbnb space and I'm like, we about to run it up for real. Now I'm like, all right, let me get an LLC because we about to go crazy. Okay. So I'm about to make another LLC in that, and we gonna run the same play and get some more money.
That's fire. Okay, so you have this funding. Where do you find the stuff for your property? Matter of fact, how did you find the property?
That's so good. Okay, long story short, how did I find the property? I was on Zillow. I was looking for many landlords. I was contacting them and I was getting the no. I had over 100 no's. I would, late up at night, calling, texting, do you sublease? I've actually went to the properties to go see them myself. And, some of the rent was just not it. $1,500 for 1 bedroom. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to walk. Absolutely not. So it kind of was like, you kind of feel like you're so far, but then you actually are so close, because it came to a point in time where I went on Fiverr, right? Because I can't do this by myself. I was working full time at a hospital. And so I had to go ahead and go on Fiverr. I had to get a freelancer to contact some of the people for me. They actually got a yes. right? They got a yes for this property in Nashville, but I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't going to Nashville, y'all.
Were you scared? Do you think you should have done the thing in Nashville?
Nah, I wasn't scared. I actually gave it to my mentor.
You gave it to your mentor?
Yeah, she co-hosted. It's lit.
Oh, so you have it?
Yeah.
But she just co-hosted?
Yeah.
Is that the third one?
No.
That's the fourth one.
No, but that's not mine. No, that's not mine. That's not mine. That's not mine.
Wait, I don't understand. If you give it to your mentor, doesn't that mean you still have it?
No, I gave it to her. Like, you could co-host it. I ain't want nothing to do with it. It was cool, don't get me wrong, but I knew I wasn't going to do any business in Nashville. I wanted to do it in Philly because I wanted to drive to my first unit.
Oh, that's a risk, though. Like, you don't want to jump into the water?
I didn't want to jump all the way to Nashville.
All the way to Nashville is crazy.
Crazy for my first unit.
I would do it, though, just for the... No, but then if you mess... No. It has to work, or it has to work.
It has to work. That was the mentality. But this unit right here... I don't know if I could have spent that much time in Nashville for the very first time. Like, I know Philly. Like, Philly is right around the corner for me. I've been in Philly. You know, I'm not gonna say how old I am, but Philly is right around the corner for me. So I kind of know the market. I kind of know how to make it work. And I wanted a content space. I'm not saying that the content space in Nashville wouldn't have worked, but I know that it's gonna work more in Philly. So that's kind of where it was.
So that was like the criteria you're looking for in Philly. And you said that you wanted attractions next to it because you wanted for people to be able to walk to over here and over here. Like maybe it was like an amusement park or maybe the malls.
Yes. So we're actually mad close to the Philadelphia Zoo, close to the museums, close to a lot of good food spots out here. So with that being said, dang, what was I saying?
Talking about like how different attractions.
Yes, I wanted a lot of attractions. And, you know, just being in Philly, especially when it comes to the football games, the basketball games, it'd be lit, right? Especially in the holidays, too. Like, they do this holiday festival where, like, near Love Park and stuff like that, like, a lot of people could go outside, buy certain things from different businesses and things like that. So there's something going on throughout the whole holiday season. So I knew that I wanted to get into the Philly industry. But back to the story, how I got the unit, right?
Yeah.
So after, like, you know, getting all these no's, I knew that, okay, something had to change. I went on Facebook Marketplace. People were telling me, yeah, you could do Airbnb, or yes, I'll sublease it, and then stop texting back, right? Or people would say, no, just straight up, no, we don't do this. So then I went on Instagram. I knew that I had to go on Instagram because somebody is going to be in the industry where, you know, people lack at, right? I knew that there was a job for something. If I couldn't find a unit, then that means somebody has to be looking for units for other people. So I started to search, like, what did I search? I started to really search short-term rental arbitrage. And I was looking at everybody that did Airbnb mentorship, Airbnb coaching. I was looking at their captions. I was looking at their videos. And I found this one individual, shout out to Chanel, right? She was marketing like, hey, who wants this unit in Maryland? Hey, who wants this unit in yada yada? I'm like, that's the one. So I DM'd her like, hey, I hope all is well. You know, just really asking her like, what industry do you specialize in? You know, is it Maryland? Is it this? Is it that? And I told her Philly. I told her I was going to give up in Philly because I felt like nobody in Philly had the unit for me. And so then she told me like, okay, give me a second. I think I have 3 units in Philly. I'm like 3, because when I was trying to look for a unit in Philly, it was not given. So then she came back. I looked at the options. I said, that is the one. I looked at the location.
Wait, who's Maryland? Like, is she just like a random?
Maryland is a state. Stop playing with me.
Oh, wait.
Oh my gosh.
Wait. Who did you text to?
Chanel.
Chanel is.
I found somebody. She's the person that I found on Instagram that helps people find units. So she's she's like another Airbnb coach.
She's another Airbnb coach, and she said she had 3 properties in Philly. Did you have to pay her for those leads?
Oh, that's a good question. You do. I did.
How much did you pay her if you come?
I paid 3 bands.
No.
But no, you might look at me like, what?
That's not a lot.
But I'm saying though, it was worth it because she worked with the realtor. So she broke down the market research for me, right? Of course, like outside of that, I get into, like, I still talk to her today. So in terms of the coaching, she was like another additional add-on of a coach that I could use. You know, if I had additional questions about like, what camera should I get? What lock should I get? What design do you think I should do in the room? So to me, it wasn't a waste of money. Like I said, like if I thought it was a bad deal, it wasn't.
But you got that from the funding though, right? You used the money from the funding that you was able to.
That funding, I used that funding money on everything, right? Because I know if it's a will, it's a way. Like, it's just no way. So when she first said the price, I'm like, you bugging. But then I thought back to it, like I was probably looking for a unit for like 2-3 months. I'm like, I'm tired. Like, I just want to get a unit.
And she has the unit already.
And she has the unit. So I'm like, let's run it. So then she was like, all right, so sign a contract. I'm like, okay, it's lit.
Was it like, were you like a little scared? Like, how does like giving like $3,000 over the internet, like someone you never met before? Like, how?
Now, this is crazy though, because when it was time to like look at all the units and things like that, she told me that she had worked with a realtor. Right? This is so crazy. She told me that she worked with the realtor. And so when the realtor got on the call, right, I also had my mentor on the call too that was helping me, Bella. Right? No. So Bella's my coach, if y'all don't know. So Bella,
and you found her, and Bella, you found her before you found this girl, right?
Yeah.
And how did you find? Just a quick, how did you find Bella, like your other mentor?
Right. So I found Bella through the person who did my business funding.
Okay.
Right. And I kind of was seeing Bella on the internet too, so I kind of knew like, okay, she
does this space.
Yeah. She does it for real.
So she became your mentor, and then now you found this other girl. Her name was, what was her name?
Her name is Miss Chanel.
Miss Chanel. Okay.
Right. Miss Chanel helped me find the unit.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah, she's like the locator.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So back to the story.
Yeah.
I'm on a call now with Miss Chanel. We're about to sign everything. She's telling me all the details. Right in my head, I'm like, 3 bands. So it was like 3 bands for me. It was like they got the whole package, and they did. So she also brought her other business individual on the call. Shout out to
business partner.
Yeah, her business partner.
Okay.
Shout out to Devin, right? Who's a realtor in Philly. And so I'm on a call. I'm like, okay, she got a realtor by her side. Okay, she must mean business. And then my mentor, Bella, says, oh, hey, Devin. I'm like, oh, wait, y'all know each other. And she's like, yeah, like, that's Devin. Like, that's the realtor. So I'm like, what is
why'd
going
your
on?
mentor put you on before?
But that's crazy because my mentor told me, Nene, go back to your first messages with me when we first got started. I told you to hit up Devin. I looked back at our old messages and she did.
Why didn't you? Oh, but at the time
I forgot. It literally went over my head because I actually didn't want nobody to find me a unit. Like I wanted to do it from the ground up. So remember,
that hustle mentality.
Yeah,
right?
like that's me. So for me, I was doing the Zillow. I was doing the calls. I forgot she even told me that. So then I'm like, what you did? I go back, I'm like, oh, she did. So because my mentor knew the realtor, that was like the okay for me. Like, oh, you know this person?
So it's like the trust was there, connection, network, bang.
But not only at that, though, the reason why I said it was a good package is because like the landlord, no, not the landlord, Miss Devin, right? Devin, the person who is the realtor. She's the person that goes in contact.
Wait, Miss Chanel. Or Devin?
Devin.
Devin
is a realtor.
Devin's a realtor. Okay.
So Devin was the one that was able to, also help find the unit. She's like on the ground. So the fact that she lives in Philly, she kind of had a relationship with the landlord as well. So with that, I was blessed enough to even use the license of my landlord. So I got that deal because, you have to have a license in the states that you're in, right? And that right there could be about $800 to $1,000, depending on what state you're in for every unit. Go ahead.
Wait, you need to have a license to do what?
To do Airbnb, to do short-term rental arbitrage. You need
a license. Does that apply to every state?
No.
Or is just
every state is different?
Every state is different, but in the state of Philly, you need a license to do
short-term
leasing.
Yes.
Because you don't call it she doesn't call it like an Airbnb.
Short-term rental arbitrage.
Short-term rental arbitrage.
STR.
Okay, so now 3 bands, units. How do you pick between those 3?
How do I what?
How do you pick between those 3 units?
How do I pick?
Yeah, between those 3 options that she had.
So say it again. Say the options again.
how did you pick between, like, remember you said that Miss Chanel gave you 3 different options
Oh, the units.
of the units.
Yes,
How did
yes,
you
yes,
pick?
yes.
How did you pick to which one?
Okay, cool. So one unit was just not in my price range. No. So when I say price range is because if I look at a unit, I need to make sure that there's space in there, right? And when I look at a unit, I always have some type of vision in my head in terms of
Like square footage. When you talking about space, like square footage,
square
like
footage.
800 square. Okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes. That's
What's
what I
the
mean.
what was the ideal square footage for you?
Here you go, the ideal square footage. Boy, I just gotta look at the unit to see if I could.
I was even looking at
Oh
that.
my god! I just need to look like,
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
you know?
I feel you.
Square footage, but anyway. But anyway, she was showing me the units, and one of them might be, to me, I'm looking for at least like $1,500 a month. That's me. Everybody else is different, right? I don't know about y'all, but that's me for now. Okay. For my first unit, that's what I was looking for. And so I think one unit was kind of over that, so that was like at the ballpark. But don't get me wrong, like if I had to go over 1,500 and I thought like it was worth it, I would. Right, I was very open to different things. This other unit kind of had like a vent going through the front, so I said that's a dub. And then this unit was like spot on. Like the room spaces are like everything. If you look at our other video, you kind of will see it for your own. Like there's a content space in here, just right here, like we're doing podcasts. This exactly was what my vision was, like allowing people to do podcasts in the living room because of the vibe that it gives, and then the cozy room in the back. So a lot of people also book it for game nights. They also book it for birthdays. So it's just really exciting to see like my vision coming to pass. So yeah.
Okay, so now, you was like, okay, this is the property I want. What was the next step? Did you go and you signed the lease early? Did you talk to the landlord back and forth? Like, talk about that process.
Yeah, I'm trying to kind of think what I did next. So after I signed the lease, before I signed the lease, I'm trying to think. I think I did sign the lease. After I signed the lease, I seen the unit on like through pictures. I'm not sure if I went to go see the unit before I signed the lease. I think I did. That kind of sounds like me. I think I did. Before I sign anything, I need to go. So I did. So after that conversation, I told them that I wanted the unit, right? But I still had documents to go ahead and send over to them. So I came to the unit. I kind of walked through everything, had to make sure the lights were working, had to make sure, everything was working in the unit. Like if there were certain things that needed to be fixed, like the bathroom was still being fixed when before I signed everything. And they told me like, it's going to be done by the time, you move in. And it did. So you're coming into the unit trying to make sure like this is really the fit, because sometimes people could show you something in the pictures and then it's not what it seems when you actually pull up. So I came to the unit. I liked it. After that, I was able to sign the lease. And then after I signed the lease, I was able to get my keys.
Catfish spaces.
Okay. And I hate that for them. I hate that for you. Whoever did that to you, I hate that for you. But God, thank God I was never in that predicament, seriously. And so after I got the keys, literally the next day, I did not waste any time. I'm telling you, I did not waste any time. So literally the next day, I was able to go ahead and come in here and clean everything. I'm cleaning everything from the windows to the floors with my cousin. Shout out to my cousin. Literally, I never cleaned so much in my life. I know I lost weight. I lost mad weight. I was sweating in here and it was hot. Oh my gosh. I cleaned the windows. We dusted everything, cleaned the bathroom, cleaned the cabinets, inside the cabinets, because, the old person left, but they're not cleaning everything. So I had to clean all of that. And then after that, we painted. And then the ideas, I kind of knew exactly like what each room was going to look like because I sketched it out before I came in here. And so I painted each room, and then I, started going to the stores, trying to figure out what to buy. Yeah, what to buy, what was going where, and the rest is history.
And you never use any of your money, right, at this point, right?
Nah, we use the bank's money every time.
Use the bank's money every single time.
Every single time.
That's a fact. Okay, so now lease signed. Where do you get the furniture from? And also, and then the second question is, what is like do you think are like essentials for starting like an Airbnb business? Like, what items do you need?
Honestly, to really get your foot in the door, depending on what state, because some states require that security and the last, right?
Yeah, first, last, and security.
Yeah, I always say it backwards, but yeah, they always ask you, not not all, but some states do that. Some other states, it's just like, just put the first in security now. So everybody is kind of different. But honestly, to get your foot in the door, you probably need about like $5,000 to get the key. Just to get the key.
$5,000 just to get the key.
Yeah, if you're putting that down.
If you're putting that down, okay.
Yeah,
so
depending on what you're. Yeah, like.
Okay, and then furnishing.
Because remember, 1,500 times 2 is 3,000.
It's 3,000, then plus the security deposit. Okay.
Yeah, give or take, it's about 5,000.
Give or take 5,000. Okay, and then how about furnishing the place?
You could honestly do a lot with like 2,000. You could do a lot with 2,000.
$2,000
Or the max probably 3. Okay. Only because it's like, you know, when it comes to sofas and things like that, there's different stores for everything. Like, you don't have to go all out on a short-term rental. I'm not coming at it or anything, but I'm not living here. Of course, I want to give people the best experience, but Amazon, they have nice couches that are $200, $300 that you can find on sale, right? You could probably find them on sale at the store, right? There's this place called Human for Habitat that they actually sell like resell couches, and they actually sell resell tables and things like that. Go on to Ross, right? Ross, TJ Maxx, like these pictures right here. This picture right here. No, they probably can't, but it's okay.
It's a nice picture.
Yeah, it's a nice picture. Right? These pictures on the wall, like the original price would probably be like $100. I probably got it for like 60 or 80, things like that. Right? I'm huge on DIYs, doing it yourself. Like the bathroom is a DIY. Like that black, I don't even think they see in the bathroom, but the black tape is electrical tape that's in the bathroom. I did that with my friend, right? The displays that's in the bathroom is green grass. I got that from Home Depot. That DIY, the pink room, the flower wall, is literally green grass from Home Depot and then flowers from Amazon. Literally.
So a lot of it is DIY, do it yourself. You said 3,000, and mind you, this is none of your money, right? So let's say we're looking about $8,000 in.
Yeah, give or take
$8,000 in.
If you go the route of how I went.
If you go the route how you went.
Because if you don't have somebody looking for your unit, then you don't got to put that $3,000 down.
Oh yeah,
remember?
That's true. So minus that $3,000.
Yeah.
Okay, and what are like essentials for like because I know you have a Ring camera.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you think is essential like for starting an Airbnb business?
You want to get a lock that changes every time somebody leaves. Because
do you have any
these people
names
are ruthless.
like what brand do you use for the lock?
Oh child,
I'll put it on the screen.
Yes. I'm so sorry, I can't remember nothing.
But a lock that changes every time someone leaves, so
yes.
people are able to like come back.
Yes, or if you can't, go to that type of brand, then of course, like I don't. In terms for the door, with keys, nah, because people will lose keys. So always have like an electronical.
Do you pay every month for that electronic lock, or is it
no? You pay it one time.
You pay one time, then it goes, and then the ring light, I guess, is for safety.
There's
no cameras inside the actual property.
Nah, you can't have no cameras inside the property at all. Like that's law.
No. I know people like real talk. I know people that like they get in trouble for that. Like they have like cameras in like inside.
Yeah, because what if somebody books your unit and they walk in naked
and then
you see that? That's privacy. Like
that's privacy, right?
Yeah.
I heard people say you gotta black light the room, or like what I'm saying.
I ain't doing all of that, man.
If you get Airbnb, like you got to like look at everywhere to
that's
see this
crazy. I'm not doing all that. If you gotta do all of that for a guest.
No.
Why is
like
that guest in there?
No, like the guest.
What they doing?
No. Like the guest walks in. Like when I got an Airbnb in Philly. Like, we walked around the room to make sure that there was no cameras.
Oh,
yeah. We had to make sure everything was good.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about how do you stand out? Because, Philly there's probably thousands of Airbnbs in Philly. So how do you stand out? How do you make your Airbnb pop?
Like, come on, y'all. Like, is that a real question? It's like, nah. But making it a content space and just giving the best experience. So if it's somebody's birthday, I will give you a complimentary bottle. Along with that being said, like the pink room. Okay. Yeah, like, come on now. So, like, in the pink room, you could use that, you could use the flower wall for like selfies. I've seen people do birthdays and literally do photo shoots in that room, right? So I'm not really just giving you a regular stay. Like when you come, you're like,
An experience.
I don't want to leave. It's an experience. Exactly.
Experience.
The Nene experience. Right. I also have a decorator, right? My cousin, this is why I love Airbnb, because it's just limitless. Like my cousin, she's a decorator. So if anybody has a birthday and they want a decorator included, I'll just have my cousin come in here. She'll go ahead and decorate the rooms, decorate the walls, do what she got to do. And, that's just an additional service. But, at the end of the day, you're still getting an experience.
Just getting experience. Okay. So, how do you deal with challenges, adversities, with short-term leasing?
Child, what? My first 30 days. Talk about adversity early. Honestly, I always know that you just got to be solution oriented. If you're somebody that panics and you're always somebody that's like getting mad or a pessimist, this business is not for you, right? Because it's like, I'm not gonna say the customer is always right, but the customer is always right. Because first of all, if you get one bad review, it's clips. Like I got one bad review, I'm not gonna lie. Mm-hmm. This person came into my unit, this girl, she came into my unit. I don't want to say too much, but she came into my unit. This probably was like my first 60 days of doing Airbnb. And I'm telling y'all, on everything I love, there was nothing dirty. She had to zoom in on like a dust ball that was on the floor, right? To go ahead and tell Airbnb like, yo, the unit is dirty. I'm telling y'all, it was not dirty. Like I can show y'all every clean. It was not dirty. So remember, this is Philly. So somebody that's not from Philly, from the outside, you might think like, oh, this is dangerous, yada, yada. And I'm like, it's an urban area. Like, what do y'all expect, right? You also have the address so you could even see it before you can even see what it looks like from the outside, when you're just when you're looking for the address.
Oh, wait, she did, it was inside the unit or like outside?
She booked it. She been had the address. So she could have canceled it this whole time. Okay. So she comes to the unit and she's like, I don't feel safe.
Oh,
I'm like, what you like? What?
You scared? You know the area. Okay. It's one of those.
Yeah. That's kind of like the situation. So she's kind of going back and forth with me about a refund, and she's doing the most, right? And
Did you give her a refund?
No. But I ended up giving her a refund because she reported me on Airbnb, right? The only reason why I wasn't going to give her a refund was because the first day, first of all, she decided to leave. And then she decided to cancel her. No, did she try to cancel her stay? I think she tried to ask me for a refund like the next day after reporting me to Airbnb. So I told her like, no, because I have like a strict policy when it comes to Airbnb. Like you can't, after you book it, you can't cancel it. Like if you're here, you can't cancel it.
Oh, if you're here, okay.
Yeah, like if you're here, you can't cancel it. Okay. Right? She was legit in the door and then tried to leave and say, "Give me my refund," because of a little dust ball that she tried to find on the floor and say that it was dirty. So with that being said, all I gotta say is she did not stay here. She went on Airbnb, left me a bad review. I am not gonna lie, messed my whole business up. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna say whole business up, but it was like a dry land on Airbnb for like maybe that month. And so because it was very early on, I'm telling y'all, like that was like 60 days into my unit. I learned like, okay, reviews are everything. I was upset with Airbnb because why did she leave a review if she didn't stay here? Right. But they weren't trying to hear my side. So with that being said, I just listed it again. I listed it again on Airbnb.
We have to relist it again.
Yep, I relisted it on Airbnb, and I have great reviews because your first 3 reviews matter. Like they matter. Not even first 3. I really do believe that your first 10, because now the algorithm is trying to figure out, what type of people that you're trying to draw in. Where's your location at? How are you like a super host and things like that? Because everybody wants to be a super host. Yeah, I'm like 1 review away from being a super host.
And what perks do you get for being a super host?
That's a good question. Let's get back to that. Just from that interaction with this individual, I was like, you know what? Okay, we definitely got to compromise. I'm not going to say compromise sometimes, but if it leads to a client, if it leads to a guest leaving a bad review, that could do more damage to you than it could be for them. So next time, like if you want a refund, get your refund, but don't leave me any bad reviews.
Don't leave me. Okay, so it's just basically meeting them halfway, like compromising.
Meeting them halfway.
Do you have a cleaner for these for the thing that comes after?
And she's my best friend. Like No, not literally, but I'm just saying.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
no, like she's really like great at her job. Like your cleaner is your best friend. Like she's your eyes, she's your ears. If you have a bad cleaner, your money is down the drain. That's so good. Remember when I was telling you about networking earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So literally, the individuals who helped me find the unit, Chanel and Devin, they had a mixer. The mixer was about like people that they helped find units in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the individuals we spoke during the event, and she kind of told me who her cleaner was, and I was blessed enough to get her cleaner.
How much does the cleaner cost you?
Chill, we're not gonna say that.
You're not gonna say it?
It's less than $100. Let's just say that. But that's a good thing though, because cleaners now are charging you $100 or $120 for every clean. And I have a 2-bed, 1-bath. So yeah,
they charge $100 for every clean. But
I
know some people like you ever watch Alexia Wright?
Yeah.
I know some of them like they make money off the back end of the cleaners. So like let's say like their cleaners charge them like $50 and like their cleaning fee will be like $150.
Yeah,
so
they overprice it.
Oh, 100. Okay.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
You do the same thing?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. You don't gotta. Okay. Got you.
A little bit, not too much, not too much.
Okay, so now you're on your 3rd Airbnb.
Yes.
How did you scale? Because you got 3 in under a month. Like, how did you scale so quickly?
Man, God for real. It's like nah, but no, like seriously though. But the first one, you already know, like business funding. But the second one was co-hosting. It literally was through networking. So it all goes back to networking because remember that $3,000 that I paid, right? But if you really think about it, I made that investment back through my cleaner, right? Because I networked with those 2 individuals, I was able to get a cleaner that was able to get me a good price, right? Because I networked with those 2 individuals, I was able to get my next connection with co-hosting because that other person was at the mixer as well. So co-hosting.
What's the mixer? A mixer is an event?
A mixer is an event, yeah. Like when people just come and talk, like networking. Yeah, a networking event.
Okay.
So yeah, so then I got my second unit through co-hosting. So co-hosting is a way that you can make money as well in Airbnb without owning the property. So
explain how co-hosting works.
So the way that it works is you're managing the unit from the back end. So you're managing the reservations, putting everything on automations, to be honest, for the person that you're managing it for. You're contacting the cleaner, making sure that the cleaner is in and out after every reservation, and then you charge them 10 or 20% of what they make
every single month,
and that's it.
Okay. What automation tools do you use to like automate your business?
So on Airbnb, you could do the automated messaging.
Okay.
So you just, every time somebody books with you, you automatically send them your house rules. In your house rules, you need to be very detailed, right? Tell them what time to go to sleep. Tell them what time to turn the music off. Tell them the things that you actually are for and the things that you're against, right? If I tell you no smoking and it's a $500 charge, you already know that, right? Your card is on file, right? So you want to make sure that you're telling them everything. If you would like animals, bring the animals in. If you don't like animals, tell them no animals allowed. So I do the automated messaging on Airbnb. Booking.com has automated messaging as well.
Wait, what policies do you have in place? Like what's like a no-go for you? You said the smoking was one?
No smoking. I don't even play that. No smoking.
No smoking?
No smoking.
Okay.
Like you gotta smoke outside because then, bruh, it just has a bad smell. And then for my next guest, what if they don't like the smell? Like, and then it could be hazardous because you don't know, like, what everybody else got.
Okay,
yeah.
that's true.
So no smoking at all. And then the tenants downstairs, be respectful to the noise, right? If you could have an event that's cool, but it's 2-3 a.m., nah, turn the noise off.
Okay. And before you were talking about how you wanted to, you want your Airbnb to be like an experience. Mm-hmm. You want people to experience. So you said that you stand out by I remember you told me before how you stand out by basically you allow people to have like game nights. You allow people to talk about that a little bit.
Yes, game night. Okay, so people can have game nights. People can have girl nights. My unit holds 6 individuals. So off 6 people in here, that's completely free of charge. After 6 individuals, it is a fee of $25. Right? Only because think about it. Let's just say you bring that one extra person and they break something in the unit. Right now, because you're bringing more people in the unit, that's kind of like over capacity. it's like a liability. So now I'm going to have to charge you, right, for being on the property. So when it comes to like events and things like that, it is like an additional cost per individual. Or I do have like birthday events, right? If they want a decorator, if they want a cameraman, that's a whole nother cost. But I'm all for
add that as well?
I add that, yeah.
Oh, so you can make money off the... Oh,
yeah,
that's smart.
So I'm for it. I'm for the experiences. I really am, because I know like what it feels like to go outside and book a unit and have a good time. So I want to make sure that I give that to everybody else.
You get that experience. That's fire. So like, okay, so like you could like charge like you could give them like your photographer's price and then put like more money on top of that to make it. Oh, and on top of the decorator
if I want to though, like,
but you don't do that though.
Yeah, with my photographer, nah, I just like that's your way to make money. Just come in here, do what you do, and leave.
Oh, you don't take a? I would take money off the, or at least percentage. Like if I'm bringing you clients, like I at least need like 10%. I at least need like 20% of the.
Okay, I see what you're saying, but. No, I do see what you're saying now. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel you.
But for my photographers, like if they're just starting out, then no, like grow your business.
Oh, but why are you getting... Oh, so it's not like a seasoned photographer. It's just like someone that's really just getting into the business?
No, I have people that are really, really good. I have different types of photographers. So I have like the seasoned ones that have their set price. And then I have the individuals that are like intermediate, right? I'm not going to say like...
They're just getting started.
Right,
okay, that makes sense.
Right.
That makes sense.
So then give them a chance, right? Give them a chance and do what you do, because... You want to go ahead and allow people to do what they do, because then they're going to remember you in the back end.
They're going to remember you in the back end. Okay, amazing. Okay, let's jump gears a little bit. Let's talk about business credit, because you said you had 10 credit cards.
Yes.
10 credit cards, and you have over $50,000 in funding.
Mm-hmm.
And you're only... Oh, I don't want to say your age, because you didn't say your age before.
Thanks. Don't.
But you have 10...
Sorry, you can say your age. I'm only 22.
Is you 22?
Yeah.
You have 10 credit cards. Mm-hmm. When Caribbean people, when I feel like African Americans, when they hear credit cards, everyone's like, whew. Then no one wants to talk about it. Like everyone's like, credit card bad, card bad, stay away. Give me some myths about credit cards that people think.
Myths about credit cards. Don't get a credit card. It's bad debt. What's another myth? What's another myth?
Like people say, like you should have more than like one credit card.
Oh yeah, people do say that. People say that if you check your Credit Karma, your score is gonna go backwards. Like why are y'all believing in that cap? Like what? You can check your score at any time. Many times ain't nothing wrong.
Okay, how many cards? Yo, people don't believe me when I tell them like you should have. I know people have like 25 cards.
25 what?
Like credit cards. I know people that have a lot of credit cards.
I mean, like I believe it. Real estate people.
Yeah, real estate people. And
if they get different LLCs, they get mad cards.
They get mad cards.
This is this is one LLC. Oh, for sure. So for sure. How many credit cards you got?
I have 5.
Okay, you want more?
Yeah, but my credit. Okay, so look. I'm like an entrepreneur. I'll max out my credit cards to make sure that my business will stay alive. I shouldn't though. I shouldn't.
Okay, you need some business credit cards. Don't be doing that.
I do need some business, but I got denied. I need to structure my business properly.
Okay.
So I have a vending machine business, and I have a bunch of machines. But like I get paid primarily in cash, so like I need to like structure my business like correctly. Like I didn't really structure it the right way.
Okay.
'Cause I'm like, yo, I'm a visionary, bro. I wasn't into like all the analytics and stuff, but like now I'm structuring it correctly. Okay. Also, too, I had a situation, right?
Yeah.
I co-signed something for somebody, a Bottega bag, a $1,900 bag for my cousin, and he ended up defaulting on the payments.
Oh my.
And mind you. Granted. We were making at the time when I was doing it, we were making a lot of money. $5,000 days, $10,000 days. We was up.
I ain't never co-signing nothing.
We was up in the stock market. So I'm like, oh, me and him were making a lot of money together. So like, I'm not.
Oh my god.
After the first month, he stopped paying.
Not the first month.
I started paying, and then I got into like a rough season. My cousin, I got a Bottega bag for him. He stopped paying the bill after the first month. After that first month happened, my credit score dropped like 100 points because I missed 30. I was like 30 days late off the payment.
Yeah, that's
like from there. I don't think I ever co-signed anything for anybody. I don't think I ever co-signed.
So where's the account on now?
I'm at like a 640, I think. I'm around like 640. Okay. I'm building. I'm building back up like slowly for me, but like all my credit cards are like maxed out right now.
But for the business.
Huh?
For the business.
Yeah, like I just.
You know, some people do that. I ain't mad at you.
But the thing is, like, since my mom's my authorized user, it only looks like I'm using like 29% of my credit. Since my mom's my authorized user. You understand what I'm saying?
29% of your credit?
Yeah.
Because your mom?
Yeah. So my mom has all her credit cards at zero because she just got like a loan.
So your mom is the one that's holding you down.
Yeah, my mom's really the one that's holding me down.
You need to get it together.
But the thing is, like, my cards are not like high limits. So like to me, it's just like it was $1,000. Like.
But that's why they should be less than that.
That's what they should be less than that.
Come on now.
I'm gonna try. I'm doing the. You know what susus are?
Yes.
So I'm doing susus. Like the susus, I can just pay them all off. Like a susu is basically like a saving system where like everybody puts money together and then one person gets the money and it keeps going to everybody until everybody gets their money. So like I'm getting like $20,000 and I just pay off my credit card. It's only like $5,000, $6,000. And to me that's like, but I should though. I'm gonna tap it with her because she has like, 10 credit cards. So I got. I'm
you like a red flag? I don't really know.
I'm a red flag.
You a red flag to the banks? To the banks?
How am I a red flag to the banks?
Maxed out cards, not crazy.
But on the you can't see that though. It says like I got 15 years. 15 years. I got 21,000 available. It looks nice.
All right.
Hopefully. I don't know.
All right. We need that on the business side, but okay.
I do need that on the business side.
But that's why business funding is even important too with your business credit cards because you can max. I can max out on the business side. It will never report to my personal.
Where does it report to?
It just stays on the business side, like the bureaus.
Was it Duns and Brasco's?
That's if you do like the net 30s and things like that.
The net 30 cards. Yeah. Do you recommend people do those or?
Oh, you okay? Stop! Nah, nah. People could do it, but 30 days. Let's just say I really had to like do a net 30 card, $5,000. Do you really think I was gonna make $5,000 in 30 days?
It depends what you're.
It depends. It really does depend on what you're doing. Like if I'm buying like soap, paper towels, I could pay that off in 30 days. A big purchase in 30 days, you better be doing e-commerce or something where you know you're gonna make that back. So for me, like people get it how they get it, but
okay, gotcha.
I like the PG way.
You like the PG way? Okay. Let's talk about let's get to the entrepreneur side. What is like? Why did you decide to become an entrepreneur? What's your why? What's your motivation?
That's so good. Sorry. Why did I want to be an entrepreneur? No, I wanted to be an entrepreneur because honestly, I just want freedom. I wanted freedom. I thought I was going to be a doctor, but then I thought wrong. I realized that there's other ways to impact people. And so even in business, like a lot of people don't have dreams anymore, or a lot of people give up on their dreams because they feel like I don't have enough money, right? And especially when you're looking at the people maybe in your group, right? They like, bro, how we gonna save up for 10,000? How we gonna save up for this when you really don't need to? Like as I started to read more, as I started to be in different environments, like when we talk about getting to this rich mentality or this wealthy mentality, you gotta read, you gotta be able to see what they doing and what we're not doing, especially people of color. So for me, like I want my time. Like I want my money to work for me. I don't want to be working around the clock. Don't get me wrong now. Like a job is cool if you really love and enjoy what you do, but it's a difference where you can make $10,000 off your phone from a digital product. Are you playing in my face? Like, are you serious? So like, nah, for me, I look at money very, very different. Don't get me wrong. Like you can get the $25, every hour, but one digital ebook could be $25. One master course could be a band. Easy. Like easy. People getting paychecks that's like less than $2,000 or whatever the case may be every 2 weeks. And people are making that from one course, from reselling a skill. Like, oh my gosh. And it gets me so passionate because when you think about like what you bring to the table, it doesn't even have to be like, oh, you being a crazy mentor in business. Like it could be, if I know how to cut hair and I teach the next man how to cut hair, that's a skill. That's a business. Like you're selling a service. You're fulfilling a need. That is the only way that you're going to make money. Just be valuable, right? You can never expire being valuable. Like somebody who does lashes, the girls who are doing lashes are making money. Like lashes, bro, I'm not gonna lie.
Service-based businesses, I think that they're like very oversaturated. Not saying that
they are,
but you have to do something that nobody's doing. Like everybody does what everybody's doing. So like that's the problem. Like
to a certain extent. Because I think if it's you, it doesn't matter. Like me, like you would look at me like, why are you doing Airbnb? Everybody doing Airbnb in Philly.
But you got your own. But you're doing themed Airbnbs, and then you're adding the experience. So like you have a competitive advantage. I feel like everybody has a lip gloss. Everybody has a lip gloss company.
But I think it's about the consistency, though. Yeah, because remember those hats? How many people can
be consistent, though? How many people, but mind you, like when you start a business, how many people could be like, all right, I'm going to grind for the next 5 years and I'm not going to take $1 out of my business? How many people could really do that?
They don't got the
heart for it.
People
start businesses and like, I better see 100,000.
I don't think everybody's a business owner, though.
I feel like facts.
Everybody can't do the entrepreneurship. Facts. This ain't for the week. You be up one day and then you low the next day, like what just happened. So I think it's really, you got to really have heart for it. You got to actually like, whatever your why is, like you, like what you said, like my why is my family. Like my family for sure. Like they don't got to ask me for anything because I want to be able to, I want to be a blessing so that I could be a blessing to others, right? You know, my family, my community, the people that I love, right? In terms of, you know, a lack, I just hate a lack because for me, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna have to get spiritual. Like for me, like especially women and people of God, don't get me wrong, we are very rich spiritually. Like we are very rich, but I feel like we should also be rich in terms of our mentality as well, right? You could have faith and pray to God all day long, but if you're not putting that work in,
that's not gonna work.
Like, I don't know what y'all doing. Like literally, you gotta take, like, think about trees. When you're looking at trees and the ways that man was able to take tree and make pencils, make trees and make different couches, make trees and make things that we have now, paper, right? Facts. That's one thing. So think about the things that and the ideas that we have, but we never really just took off on it.
I mean, because I feel like a lot of people, they have ideas, but they just really don't have like the able to like execute it. Mm-hmm. Like, everyone has these like great ideas, but like when it comes down to like executing, writing it down, like taking the next step, nobody wants to go like who's gonna be like, I'm gonna spend $3,000 just to get these 3 properties. Like not a lot of people are gonna do it, or spend $2,000 on a mentor, $10,000 on a mentor. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's like that scared mentality. All right, last subject. We're gonna switch to this topic, right? Because I gotta ask, type Jen. It's relationships. You're single right now, or you're talking, or how is that?
I am in a relationship.
You're in a relationship, okay?
With the Lord.
Okay. As an entrepreneur, I feel like hot take. I feel like entrepreneurs should only date on other entrepreneurs.
Interesting.
Because I feel like the average person. Or like a regular person, a normal person.
Yeah.
If an entrepreneur starts telling them what they're going through, then like
they won't understand.
They won't understand. Like, wow, why are you up for 5 days? Why can't you sleep? Why are you so hungry?
Yeah.
Why do you want it so bad? Just quit. It's not working.
I don't even know why you want it so bad. Just do something else. Just go get a job. Mm-hmm. Just go get a job.
What do you think?
Ooh, that is so good. Because I used to think the same thing. I used to think the same way.
About who? About
I think entrepreneurs should only date entrepreneurs. I used to think the same way. Used to.
Wow. Okay. So how do you think? How do you think now? No. Okay. Mind you, first I feel like first you need to be like spiritually connected. I feel like that's the most important thing. Like,
that's number one.
That's number one. And then after, I feel like because a lot of people, male and female, I think a lot of people don't bring a lot to the table as much as they think that they do.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't bring a lot to the table. So I feel like the person, as an entrepreneur, if I'm grinding and I'm going this hard type junk, then I would want somebody to go hard. Because I've seen people in relationships and their partners draining them.
Yeah.
They can't grind as hard. Like depressed. They can't. Yeah. They start a business and their partner, like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with you though. I really do think like, if you're not an entrepreneur, I think you need to be very ambitious and supportive for, you know, your spouse or whomever you're in a relationship with. But I feel like if you're an entrepreneur, you get it. Like, you get it. You get me. Like, you understand the sales are low. You're going to ask me, how can you help? Like, okay, your content. Like, you are my accountability partner because you understand, like, if I stop now, all the money is gone. Like legit, because this is what we have. Like, we built this together. So if I'm in a business or I'm in an industry where, you know, I just have to go hard and you're somebody that's lazy, we will never work out, right? But if you work a regular job and you're passionate about your job but you support me, then I'm cool with that. Like if you can understand that, you're cool with that.
A job, but the problem is a job. For me, I don't think a job makes someone like less than. I feel like if you have dreams and the job is holding you back, that's the people. That's the people I get mad at.
Okay.
Yeah, you said you was gonna be rich this year. You said you was gonna bring your kids to private school. Like you said you was gonna. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like that's the people like I'm aiming. Like I get mad towards. I'm like, yo, you had all this potential.
But don't be mad at them.
Not mad at them, but I'm like I don't say mad, but I'm like more of like. I don't want to say disappointed.
No, you want the best for them.
I want the best for them. Like there's people that come to me, I want to be a millionaire. You feel me? And big goals, but like no plans. So like,
right. Sometimes they just need somebody to write the plan out with them.
They need someone.
Sometimes like
but mind you, I feel like they want their hands to be held throughout like the whole entire process and stuff.
Yeah, but you gotta also remember like people are the way that they are because of their environment.
That's true.
Because of what they see. Like if I think $60,000 is a lot of money because everybody in my household was making $60,000, then that's what I'm gonna think until you come to me and tell me that you make $100K. I'm gonna look at you like. Whew. $100K, what you doing? How, like, you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's the same thing when you're looking at somebody that's like, yo, I see so much in you, and they're like, you see it, but I don't. Like, or I believe you, but I don't really know like how I'm gonna get there. So
I feel you.
You know, they need help. Like even us that are entrepreneurs now, like ask yourself, how did you get the mindset that you got? Right through minds, it wasn't passed on to me. Like it wasn't passed on to me. I had to expose myself to different things and different opportunities that got me here. So
I think that's a big thing. Like getting outside your circle, getting outside like the people that you hang around with. Like right now, like I'm like experiencing like a lot of stuff. Like I want to go to like the penthouses. I want to get into like those luxury vehicles.
Yes,
so when I get there, I'm like, whoa! Like I never experienced this before. So it got me rethinking life in a different way. Because when I think of it, somebody made $1 million today.
Yeah.
Somebody made $1 million
that's
this hour.
That is a fact.
And I feel like none of these people are smarter than me. I don't think they work harder than me. So it's like, why not me?
Hey, that should be the anthem now. Why not me?
Why not me? You feel me? Like,
and it's funny that you said that because I think that really did it for me. Like, y'all know Forex. Okay, y'all know Forex. Okay. No, I was that Forex girl. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I did. Y'all laughing, but I am so serious, and I will say that proudly because all jokes aside, I did Forex from my freshman year all the way to my junior year. I did it for about.
Did you like it though?
I did. I loved it.
I just hear so many Forex horror stories.
No, but I really loved it though. It really depends. We ain't about to shift the topic, but it really does depend on your team because everybody has their own experience. But I loved it. I don't know.
Are you still doing it now?
Nah, I don't. But I love trading though. Okay. I genuinely did love trading. I'm not gonna lie. That's something that I definitely will go back to. But why did I bring that up? Is because, bro, if I did not do Forex, I don't think I would have been this good on a camera. Like on my phone. I remember being in my dorm. It used to take me 1 hour to post one story of me talking on my Instagram page. Like, it was so hard. I couldn't talk. Like, I knew what to say, but I was talking too fast. Or I just, I don't know. There's this thing where showing your face on camera on social media. Like, it was so weird for me. But they broke that. Like, I could talk on camera anywhere now. And now it's like, it's because of those times. Like, it took me a while to do that. Right? Going into these cars, going into these mansions. I've seen and I've been in them firsthand. So because I've seen and I touched them, I came into agreement with all of that. And so because I've seen that very early on, I come back home, I'm like, y'all bugging. I seen it, so I gotta go get it. I have to go get like the stat. Y'all, I don't think I understand. Like, I seen it. And like, bro, like, I don't know if you know David Immunity. I don't know.
Wait, David who?
Immunity.
What does he do? Usual automation?
No. He's like a motivational speaker. He was like big, like he's really big. Like he was really big when it came to when it came to Forex. But he wasn't no trader, but he was more on like the spiritual side. Okay. So he's really good. So I actually had the opportunity of going to his house. So I'm looking at like real life people that are serving us food, and I'm like, yo, people like us really get this. Like, I'm looking at his house.
Like personal chefs?
Yes.
In the house.
In the house. I'm like, this is just the first floor. He like, yeah, like upstairs is, the studio. I'm like, whew, copy. Like you go outside, it real life mansion. Like I'm like, yo, this is insane.
And it's possible. So not
yes.
So now that's the thing. Like once your mind gets expanded,
it's over. It's like it is so over, y'all. Like it is so over. And I was so blessed to be in the team that I was in because I don't know about these other teams. But my team, I ain't gonna lie, was the best team hands down. Like, facts. Hands down. Like, best team hands down. So, because of that experience, because of what I've seen, because of what I've heard, like, you gotta take the good and, leave the bad. But I will never regret that opportunity because I think I still would have been in, like, this small mindset of, okay, maybe I just got to go to school and work the long hours and then,
Maybe 40 years later.
I'm going to get rich. Yeah, I'm going to retire and I'm going to travel. But now I'm like, are y'all dumb? It's people my age that are doing it right now.
That's a fact.
But even with the skill of trading, like I've seen people that had $3,000 payouts. Like, but the fact that I could make money on my phone, I remember I went to Hawaii and legit, like I had to withdraw $500 and I would show my dad because everybody was eating. Let's just say that. But I'm saying this to say, like, once you get exposed to multiple ways to make money, why would I ever sit here and act like money can't be made in different ways? Like, why would I sit here and just let that go? So, yeah, that's what I say.
That's good. So, I want you to think of something to wrap this episode up, something inspiring, a message that you want to give out to somebody that's maybe struggling to start their business, start their Airbnb business, get business funding. I want something that you could like empower them, something that you would say to put a bow around this whole episode.
Ooh, that is so good. First, I would say if you're scared, you're supposed to be scared. I think if you think big, if you dream big, it's supposed to scare you enough because with that whole like feeling inside of your body is supposed to lead you to do faithful action. So if you're scared, walk on the water, walk on your faith, and just do it, right? Because now it's like, imagine if you die, right? God forbid that you die and everything that you didn't accomplish is sitting around your bed. Ask yourself, what are those thoughts that are going to be around your bed? What dreams, what goals, what aspirations are going to be around your bed, right? The things that you told yourself when you were younger, but then you let go because you thought that you were too old. You're never too old. You're never too young to start a business. You're never too old. You're never too young to help the next person. You're never too old. You're never too young to network, and you're never too old and you're never too young to take a risk because if there's a will, there's a way. So that is all I got to say. And if you want to go ahead and invest with me with Airbnb, I am going to do my mentorships really, really soon. So I can't wait to work with you.
And where could people find you? Give us your socials and stuff.
Yeah, so find me on Instagram at Melanene. So MELANEN. Oh my God, NENEE. And then
I'm gonna put it for you.
Okay, make sure you do that. And then my TikTok is Millionaire Nee. And yeah.
You feel me? And we can't end it off any better than that. I'm gonna see you guys on the next episode. If you guys got this far, put faith in the comments.
Yes, put faith in the comments. You said that a little dry.
Put faith. All right, we out of here. I'm gonna see you guys.
See you. Bye.